This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding today? Well, it's yellow. Now, usually when I say that, it's usually another bike, right? Now, this is the new Engwe E26. Yeah, it's been a lot of interest in this bike. Surprising. Not that surprising, really, I guess. It's priced right. It's an affordable bike, offers a lot for the money. It's got some good power to it. Yeah, it's a full-size bike. It's got hydraulic brakes on it. Yeah, what's not to like? Let me clarify a couple things, though, because I've been getting some comments from people saying that the price isn't right. Let me clarify it, okay? People are saying, well, it's not got the $100 off. Yes, it does. All right. The normal price of the bike is $12.99. The sale price currently is running at $11.99, and they have a $50 promotion too that you can get if you order it right away as well. I don't know how long that one will last. That brings the bike down to, what is it, $11.49. That is the sale price, all right? Now, some said, well, the Russ code doesn't work. Well, they're already giving the $50 off, so you don't need to have it. So, yeah, I don't think you even need to put the code. The only thing I ask you to do is click on the affiliate link to get you to the Engwe and then place your order. That's what gives me a slight commission there. But even if you don't do that, the price is still $11.49 if you order it, okay? Whether you went there directly or if you go through my affiliate link. So, yeah, let me clarify again. Bike price is $12.99. They're giving a $100 sale price off, plus an additional $50 discount. It's actually already directly on the site, so the price is $11.49. That is the sale price, okay? Just so that you know that. Okay, so anyway, where are we headed today? Well, it's that time of the month again. Time to head to the post office. Yeah. You know, the last couple of times I've gone to the post office, I put in the mail, put the letter in the mail, and then right after I do it the next day, another thing comes in that requires me to go back to the post office to pay that bill too. It always comes in about the same time, but it's okay. It's okay. It gives me another excuse to go out and ride and go someplace, so I'm okay with that. But I will have to admit, it is getting cold now. Yeah, this week is going to be in the 50s. Some of our weather has dropped down into the 40s as well. So that pretty much tells us our time is definitely limited. Now, what I'm wearing today is I have a sweatshirt on that has a hood to it. I'm not wearing the hood, but the hood kind of helps shield the back of my neck a little bit because it's one of those pullover hoods. Yeah, it's a Fisherman's Life sweatshirt. Yeah, Fisherman's Life is another YouTube channel. I used to watch him a lot. Actually, I still do. He was based out in San Francisco. And I was watching him before, I don't know what he had, maybe 77,000 subscribers, something like that. I think he's over 1 million something subscribers now. He just bought a ranch. Yeah, that kind of tells you how much money some of these guys make, right? Yeah, he's got over 1 million subscribers now. I mean, good for him. Amazing. This sweatshirt was given to me by my daughter. And I've worn it now for the last 3 years. As it starts getting cold, I start putting this thing on. All right, we're gonna have to cross here. Let's make sure there's no cars. No cars there, no cars there. Let's go. All right, now this road, as you know, is a shared bike path road. They all are, actually. It's just that they put a little attention, let the people know that this is one they have to kind of keep an eye out for because bikes will definitely be on here. Now, we tried before to get this thing past 24 miles an hour. Now, keep in mind, too, that the 24 miles an hour is what the speedometer shows. That doesn't mean that's truly 24 miles an hour. Sometimes when you put it on a GPS app, sometimes these things are faster than it says it's faster than it really is going. But I'm just going to go based on what this thing says here. And this thing tells us we can go 24 miles an hour. Now, somebody mentioned, what about pedaling? can you brake 24 miles an hour pedaling? And the answer is yes. As you can see, I'm at 26 right now. I'm going up a hill, 26.5. I'm pedaling. All right, if I wasn't going up a hill, we probably would hit 28 miles an hour. That's a very good point, because people were saying that, you know, if it's a true Class 3 bike, it shouldn't even help you past 20 miles per hour. It should really stop the motor assist to 20, and then your pedaling should bring it to 28. That is correct. I apologize for not making that clear. So throttle only, I'm able to do 24. Pedaling with assist, I can go faster. Okay. Now we're going to go up another hill. I can already see it from here, and up ahead past this stoplight is a hill going up. So it would not be a good time for me to do that test, because then I'm trying to go past going up a hill to hit 28 miles per hour. That's going to be really tough for me to do with my bad knees and leg. So yeah, we were pretty close. What were we, close at 27? So yeah, it's going to do 28. Yeah, so Engwe is correct in saying it is, top speed is 28 miles per hour, but you got to pedal it to get there, okay? Throttle to 24. So there you go. So what do I think about this bike? Yeah, I like it. It's a full-size bike, like I said. You might notice that the bike is angled a little bit here because I can't do a full two-legged straddle of the bike because it would hit me in the areas I don't want to be hit. It's a little tall, yeah. I would say that you should be at least probably 5'11 or 6 feet at least in order to straddle this properly. If you take the step over version. If you get the step through version, then yeah, you can be, I don't know, 5'4 or 5'5, something like that. There's usually not ever a problem with the step over, or step through, I'm sorry, with the step through designs, because the top bar is way down there, okay? Still doesn't mean it's not a big bike, because it is still tall and big. But you can ride it. Mrs. Wright, she likes riding that Pedigo bike. That's got a 27-inch wheel. So it's not like she can't do it, but again, that's a step-through design. So there you have it. You can do it, you just gotta know that, depends on which version you buy, okay? So now, you might wonder, how come you don't have a safety vest on? Yeah, well, the two good safety vests that I have, the two new ones, they're form-fitted to me if I'm not wearing a sweatshirt. If I'm wearing a sweatshirt, they don't really fit too well. The one that does fit, though, is my older one, but that one really looks beat up. The reflective striping has kind of worn out because I threw them in the wash and kind of messed it all up. I need to buy another one of those for winter riding, or whenever I have like a sweatshirt on or something like that, because the other two, yeah, they don't fit too well with the sweatshirt on. You know, the thing is, a lot of these things are made in China or some other places, and you know what they consider extra large may not necessarily be extra large for us here in the United States, okay? So I go to 2XL, and it's still not even like an extra large. I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, a lot of times when you buy stuff like that, it's kind of hard, unless you're trying it firsthand. It's kind of hard to order it and know whether it's going to fit or not. Especially when you're putting extra clothing underneath, and that just makes you bulkier even. You know, I'm big already. You add the extra clothes on it and then try to put it over it, yeah, it becomes an issue. Okay, somebody asked me also about this thumb throttle thing, okay? I do have a video out. Just go to the YouTube channel, okay, and just type in their search function in the YouTube channel, and just type in RUSSISRIGHT thumb throttle. Now you're gonna see two videos out there. One that has a kind of a big thumb throttle, and then this one here that I use is a little bit smaller. Do the one with the smaller one, okay? The bigger one doesn't really fit as well. And it's 3D printed at our local library, but not every library offers the service. All right, let me pull this out here. Put the mail in there. Yep, that's good. All right. All right, let's wait here, make sure all the cars go past. Sniffling already. You guys remember, if you've been watching for a while, I'm always sniffling during the winter months. Well, it's already starting. It's already starting. I'm sniffling away. Now, the one thing I will tell you about this suspension seat post that comes on this bike, because I'm big and heavy, okay, when that thing decides to go down, sometimes it doesn't come back up. Yeah, I have to kind of stand up a little bit and then it comes back up again. I think it's just simply because my weight is so heavy that it compresses it and the spring has a hard time coming back up after that compression. I think for normal sized people, probably won't have that problem, but if you're abnormal sized like me, you might have a little bit of problem there. So it's not a big deal. You just stand up a little bit, it'll come back up again. So it's just kind of getting used to it. Like I said, it's a basic suspension seat post. It's not the best out there. If you want the best, go and get yourself something like the Sun Tour NCX. Yeah, but that'll cost you like $100 or more. So you know, free versus $100-something, all right? So I would say I would try to learn to live with it, deal with its own little goofiness about it, and then be happy you got one versus getting nothing. That's how I see it. So, but no, if you want perfection, you want something better, yes, you're gonna have to spend the big dollars for it. You know, they can't give you everything, right? I mean, the bike. If you think about it, if you got a suspension seat post for $100-something and this bike only cost you, what did I say, $1149? It's like a tenth of the price. Yeah, they're not going to do that, right? And then they're giving you hydraulic brakes on top of that. They can't do all that stuff. So I learned to forgive it. That you know, some things are going to be really good and some things maybe not as good, but at least they included it. I mean, even like if you think about it, even like this adjustable handlebar stem here, okay? Most of these bikes are not going to give you one of those because it adds cost. Yeah, it's not that expensive. I mean, you can buy one of those things for probably between $15 and $20, but keep adding little things like that to every part of the bike that you would want extra better parts for. Next thing you know, you're 100, 200, 300 more. It just keeps adding cost. So companies make concessions. They just say, you know, we'll give them this. It's not perfect, but hey, you know, it's better than nothing. Yeah, I tend to agree. Like I said before, it's easy to build an expensive bike. Not that easy to build a less expensive bike that has a lot of good features and stuff on it, right? And you might not get the best of everything, but you at least got something of it. So that's better than nothing. All right, so where are we gonna go now? Well, I'll tell you, it is getting cold, so it's not gonna be long videos going forward, I think. I think we're lucky if we get half-hour videos at this point. Now this is typical in the Chicago area. Usually as we get closer to Halloween, it'll start raining, it'll start being cold, everything will happen to us at this point. So I get out as much as I can. Other days I won't be able to. Now, looking at the forecast, I noticed that it did say that it's going to rain in the next couple of days. They're giving a 50-60% chance. So that could mean, yes, we're getting rain, or maybe we're never going to get the rain. I just don't know. But I think we need to now start being prepared that we may be doing some inside videos. So don't be surprised if you see me doing the green screen videos very soon, because we're getting there. Oh, one more thing somebody asked me. He asked me whether I got one of those earmuff type things for the X-Nito helmet. Yeah, good thing for reminding me. I never did contact the X-Nito about that. I just hoped that maybe they would run into it, you know, hearing me talking about it, but apparently they didn't. I will ask them for one. Whether they give me one or not, it's up to them. I mean, they don't have to, obviously. But if they do give it to me, I will show it on the video and show you what it looks like and everything. yeah, you know, the companies know that if they give you something, you know, in exchange, you'll do a little quickie promotional thing about it, and that's what I would do. Tell you what I think about it, if I like it or I don't. I do know this right off the bat, okay? Our friend RV Enthusiast, who is also a RUSSISRIGHT subscriber, and he has his own channel too, you should check him out. He's got one, okay? I remember first time I ever saw it, I go, man, that thing literally looks goofy. Yeah, it looks like earmuffs. It looks like earmuffs on while you're using your helmet. But you know what? As goofy as that might look, I bet you he's nice and warm and I'm freezing to death. So I'm gonna have to ask for one to see if they'll send me one so I don't freeze while I'm doing the final videos for the year. And then of course during springtime, when we get back out and riding again, yeah, I'm gonna need it then too. So yeah, it's kind of like a liner. It's like a beanie cap, and then it's got earmuff sections that extend down to protect your ears. Yeah, you wear it underneath the helmet. So now, I'm gonna think if your helmet is rather tight on you now, that thing won't work well for you, okay? Tell you that right now. I actually had the large helmet initially. I was talking to Benjamin, who's the owner of XNeedle. He said, after he found out what my head size was, he goes, you should be using the extra large. So he sent me an extra large. So I have a large and an extra large, but I think if I had the large and I tried to put that thing on there, it would be too tight. So I'm glad that he sent me an extra large and that I'm using that instead. Yeah, should we go down? Yeah, let's go down this way. So yeah, just know that if you're considering that accessory to your XNeedle helmet, yeah, your helmet has to be of a certain size that's a little bit bigger. And then, the little screwing thing that you put on in the back of your helmet, you screw it so that it fits your head. Yeah, you'll probably have to enlarge that to a larger size. And then put that liner in. Otherwise, it may not make it. So anyway, yeah, I will make the request to them. If I remember when I get back, I'll send an email out to them and ask them if they would be so kind to send me one for review and for use. All right, these guys are cutting grass today. You can see all the grass cuttings all over the place here. Yeah, they don't bag it. There's no way they can bag something like this. It's just too much, right? And this area, as you know, is the area where I usually will do my bike reviews. It's usually off on the right-hand side here. Oh, I showed a video of me riding this bike to a friend of mine's from church, and he was like, "Wow, who's recording you?" I go, "It's a selfie." He goes, "What do you mean it's a selfie?" He says, "I don't see the selfie stick." Yeah, that's what the 360 camera does. Now, the only thing with the 360 camera, and I showed that on the review of this bike. Yeah, if I remember, I'll put it up again here. Yeah, you don't see the selfie stick, right? But the resolution is not as good as the GoPro, because I think they claim 4K or something like that, but that's all 360 degrees. But when you're just showing the forward view, you're really cropping out a whole bunch of stuff, and so it's more closer to 1080p or maybe even worse. So it's not very clear, and that's the one thing I have as a complaint for that thing. And sometimes you even see the stitch line a little bit, where it stitches together, it kind of has a little fuzziness to it. So it's not perfect, but when you're recording yourself, you don't have someone else recording you, and you want to show yourself riding the bike, which I think people have said that they feel that's helpful. You can see how the bike looks like on me and all that when I'm riding it. Yeah, you have to kind of make do, right? So yeah, that's the Insta360 X3 that I'm using. You can look it up yourself, all right? Yeah, it's a 360 degree camera. I like taking that, when I went to Alaska, just hold that thing up, it records 360 degrees around you. And when I was out there looking at the glaciers and everything, yeah, I didn't have to think about where I'm aiming, because who cares? It's gonna shoot the whole thing anyway, right? It does really come in handy, I tell you. You think about your composition later, record the whole thing. But I'll tell you, processing that video is kind of a pain in the butt. It takes forever, yeah. takes forever to process, and you gotta look at it and you gotta decide what stuff you're gonna show, what stuff you're not gonna show. So there's a display screen if you look at it. Yeah, it's got a nice blue tinge to it. All right. All right, so anyway, riding on the street versus riding on the path. Let's talk about that. Yeah, recently when I was doing this video for this Engwe, some older woman yelled out towards me to remind me that the path is only 15 miles per hour. I said, I know, as I rode past her. I think I was doing about 18 at the moment. So apparently, she's tired about all the bikes that go way past 15 miles an hour. It's not just me, okay? If you watch other bikes, there's other bikes that go even faster than me. But I try to stay within a certain thing. And the only thing is that during that review, we did go a little bit faster as we were testing the bike. But no, she said this comment to me after the review was over. So I find whenever you're on a path, people yell at you more. Yeah, recently we had somebody comment on the video where we did the video, not the bike to drive video, but the video that was down along the lake shore of Chicago, right? And somebody made a comment, you know, keep your class 3 bikes off of our path or something to that effect. Now, first off, how does he know I had a class 3 bike? Mrs. Wright was not riding a class 3 bike. My bike typically comes as a class 2 bike. I was riding a Magicycle Deer. Of course, I unlocked it to the class 3. But how does he know that, right? And if you notice too, there's a lot of other non-electric bikes passing us up like crazy. You know, I made a comment even that, you know, these guys are kind of right on the tail of these guys, and then they're not giving up much space, and they're squeezing in between bikes going forward and bikes going the other way, and they're going right in between us. So who's more dangerous? The guy riding the e-bike going slower, or the guy with a non-e-bike going faster? I would tend to think it's the guy with the non-e-bike that's going faster and passing everybody up. They're more dangerous than us. Yeah, but they always happen to have to make a comment to the guy who owns the e-bike, not the guy that's going faster than the e-bike that's not got a motor on it. Doesn't seem quite fair to me. So, so there you have it. Oh man. Yeah, it's getting colder, definitely. I don't think I'm going to be able to last too long on here. I'm trying to keep moving, but I think we'll eventually have to head back. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching along. If in the next day or two you see me green screening myself, you'll know it was either too cold or raining, one of the two. Yeah, it's gonna get worse. Temperatures are dropping at this point. So, and even now, if you take a look, it's like 219 right now. I'm waiting late to go out. I usually try to go out early in the morning, and then I could do my videos and then head back. Let me turn here. I could do my videos and then head back, and then do my edits and then upload and then set it all up for YouTube for the next day. But you know, when I'm starting at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're having to wait that late because you want the temperature to be a little bit warmer, that's going to eat into my day of things, you know, going on. So anyway, that's about all I needed to tell you guys for today. Keep watching. We'll keep going out as much as we can the days we can't, and we'll talk about things on a green screen. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do so. Hit the like button too, because that really helps push the video to other people. Talk to you guys next time.